Hey guys! Since I'm in the mood of telling some story times, I guess, I just told one about an interesting situation that happened in a nail salon. So if you want to check that one out, I just posted it. And I thought I would tell another story. I thought of another short story to tell. This one, it's not really funny. I might be smiling throughout it, but it's a story of the one time that I got in a fight, or almost got in a fight. I am a very peaceful person. I'm all about peace, love, no war. And I really have never gotten in a fight before. I mean, a verbal altercation, I'm very good at those. But please don't hit me. But anyway, that's funny. Someone's gonna hit me from behind. Please don't hit me. But anyway, there was this one time where I remember very vividly. It happened in high school where I almost got in a fight. I don't remember the girl's name, but I know that someone that is watching my videos that went to high school with me will probably remember her name. It's not like it's that big of a deal. Like, we have beef or anything. I don't even remember the girl at all. I do remember that it was over the stupidest thing ever. So I went to Southridge, Miami Southridge Senior High in Miami. And I loved my high school experience. I really did. A lot of people say they hated high school. High school was the worst years of their lives. I loved high school. Like, I had my group of friends. I mean, it changed, you know, from year to year a little bit. But for the most part, like, I had my group of friends that I loved, and we had fun. I you know, got through my classes, passed them. I don't know. I didn't really get bullied. Like, I had a great time in high school. I remember this one time. It was my freshman year. And I was still kind of trying to find my style. I never really found it, to be honest with you. I'm still searching for my style. But I was, you know, looking for my style. Like, what do I like to wear? What is cool at this school? You know, peer pressure, all of that was happening. There was this one day, there was this girl. She was known for having a temper. And she was known for fighting. So I don't know why I had the bright idea of doing what I did, because it kind of, not that it was my fault, but it kind of was my fault because I kind of instigated it a little bit. What happened was, it was lunchtime, and during lunchtime, you know, we would all eat, but then we would kind of like gather in the, I don't know, in the middle of the school, like by where the gym was, where the lockers were. We would kind of all gather with our little groups and talk and stuff. And this one particular day, I was wearing a long dress, and I don't know. I don't really have to get into telling you, oh, that's a really cute car. There's like a little pink car, and it is adorable. What are those cars called? I love your car. Anyway, Southridge was, let's just say, well, it was in the late 90s, 2000. I graduated in 2001. So, you know, late 90s fashion. We were mostly wearing, you know, big oversized boy shirts, basically. You know, tucked into super tight jeans, and Jenkos were in style. We went through a whole bunch of weird phases. We weren't like all y'all cute Instagram models, like my own niece, who's in high school right now, that dresses gorgeously and has the most astonishing fashion and is absolutely beautiful and could be a model. Wasn't like that for me. But anyway, this particular day I was wearing a long dress, like to my ankles. And it was like this weird flowery paisley decoration. A lot of my friends are probably gonna remember it. I remember it was purple. That was the main color, was purple, like a plum purple. And I don't remember how I had my hair, but I decided on this particular day that I was gonna wear high heels to school. I don't know why, and they were the chunky ones too, because like never in my life have I been able to wear stiletto heels, and I've always been super tall, so I was probably already 5'9". In ninth grade, wearing huge, chunky, like humongous strap, ugly horse-looking shoes with a long, like silky-looking dress, purple dress, and a purple overshirt, like a little short purple overshirt. It was hideous. I do have a picture. Maybe I'll insert a picture here, because I know that I wore it to camp. I know I wore it to camp one summer, so maybe I will insert a picture here. If I have it, I'll insert it here. So that was the dress that I was wearing to school that day. And I know I was super skinny. Anyway, so this girl, I guess, like, was talking about me, and she probably had every right to talk about me because I looked ridiculous. But anyway, one of my friends, like our mutual friend, came over to me and was like, the girl was standing on one side of the, area of the locker area, and I was standing way across on the other side. And one of our mutual friends came over to me, and she was like, so-and-so, I keep wanting to call her like Waynisha or something. It was something like that with a W. Anyway, one of our mutual friends came over to me, and she was like, this girl is talking about you. She's talking smack. She's talking crap about you. She's talking about your dress. And I was like, I was brokenhearted inside. Like, if this could have been a movie and like my actual emotions could have played out, I would have cried right then and there. But I tried to act hard, and I was like, what do you mean she's talking about my dress? What does she have to say about it? What, that it's gorgeous? And she was like, no, she's making fun of you. She said you look like a clown, and something about that I looked like Barney the dinosaur. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, and those shoes. She can't believe you're wearing those shoes to school. She is really talking about you, and they're all laughing about you over there. So, I was heartbroken, and like, of course I'm in high school, and I want everyone to love me. And so I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So I felt like I had to stand my ground. This school was kind of like a rough and tumble, like hard knock type of a school where like you don't want to back down with stuff like this. And this is my first altercation ever. So I cannot remember for the life of me what I said, but I said something back, like it was something stupid, like a yo mama type of a thing. Like, go tell her that her mama, can't dress like this and she needs to stop being jealous. It was so dumb, something like that. So I sent the girl back to say something to her. Dumbest thing ever. I should have just ignored it. So the girl goes, then I'm looking at the corner of my eye. I can see that girlfriend didn't like what I said. So our mutual friend, meanwhile, she's like starting all the drama. Anyway, our mutual friend comes back, and she says, wait till after school because she's going to beat your beep after school. And I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. Like, inside, I'm like dying. I'm scared. I'm like, should I call my mom to come get me because I'm going to get killed today? So I'm like, yeah, okay, tell her whatever. Trying to act hard. Every single class after that, I was having panic attacks throughout the entire day. I think I peed like 16 times. I was so scared. My heart was racing the entire day out. Like, for sure, I am going to be killed today. Like, and this girl was so much shorter than me, but she was just one of those, like, I don't know if you've ever met a girl that is like just tiny, or a man that's just tiny, but like is a bulldog inside, all bark and all bite. That was this girl. So, after school, my only saving grace in my head was that I ride a bus. So we had a rule, like at our school, that we had kind of like security guards. I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly, but we had sort of security guards that would stand by the buses, and they would make sure that like only the people that rode those buses got on those buses, because I think that there was probably a problem with people jumping on other buses when they shouldn't be on them. So we had like a rule about it. So I was like, that's my saving grace. I ride a bus. She doesn't ride my bus. So like, there's no way, when's she gonna beat me up at school? As long as I can get from my last class to my bus, I'm good. So I get from my last class, I run to the bus and get on it as quickly as I can. I sit down and I give the biggest sigh of relief. I'm like, I made it. I'm on my bus. Even if she beats me up one of these days, not today. And so I'm sitting down. I'm like, oh, I'm good. And then I look around and she's not there. And I'm like, cool, I'm good. Like, why would she be on my bus? I'm on the bus. She's not here. And then the worst thing ever happens, because I look up and the girl walks onto my bus. And so, sorry, it's getting dark. I'm going to have to end the story in a second. Anyway, she gets on my bus and I'm thinking, they're going to kick her off. Like, there's no way. She's going to try to fight me. She's not going to be able to. The security guards are going to get her off, and that's fine. So she gets on and she walks on like she owns the place. And I'm thinking, I've never even seen this girl on my bus. She does not ride my bus. There's no way. Apparently there's a way. And where there's a will, there's a way, because this girl definitely lived in my neighborhood and definitely rode my bus. So she gets on the bus. She's allowed on the bus. I sat in the far back because I was already in the back. I was like trying for nobody to see me. I was trying to hide back there. So she sits somewhere, I don't know, in the middle. The whole entire bus ride, she's talking as loud as she can. I'm gonna be her beep. I'm gonna get her as soon as we get off. Wait, everybody wait and see. It's gonna be the bomb. Like talking it up. And I'm like, at this point, I think I really was crying, but I was trying so hard to hide it and to try to look strong. I was so terrified. This girl's definitely gonna beat me up. Then I thought, well, my only other saving grace is my next door neighbor rides my bus, and he's a year older than me, so surely he will protect me. The guy that lives across the street from me rides my bus, so surely he'll protect me too. He's also a year older, and these are big guys. We've known each other since we were little. They'll definitely protect me. And I also had a couple friends that rode the bus too, that I'm like, they're my girls, they got my back. So I go, and then also I'm thinking maybe she won't get off at my stop. Like maybe the bus driver will be like, you don't get off at this stop, because I had never seen her get off at the stop before. Well, that didn't happen, long story short, because it came to our stop and I get up and I'm like, oh crap, please don't get off. She gets off at my stop. It's me, her, and about, I don't know, I don't remember correctly, but like maybe 6 or 7 other people get off at this stop. And I have like, I don't know, 4 blocks to walk to get home, or not even that, like not a long walk at all. As soon as we get off the bus, she throws her backpack down, like throws all her stuff down, like basically she's taking off her earrings, like throwing everything aside, like we're gonna get down. I don't even know how to fight. I don't even know how to throw a punch. I don't even know what fighting consists of. So at this point I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like I can't run that fast. Like I don't know. I didn't know what to do. I had my big old high heels on. How am I gonna run? So I'm terrified. This is where it gets kind of sad to me. Anyway, so she's like, she kind of gets in my face and she's like, what are you gonna do now, huh? Now you don't have anyone to protect you. What are you gonna do now? I'm like, listen, whatever. I don't want to fight you. Like, leave me alone. I'm trying to like hold my own, but I'm kind of also telling her I don't want to fight her. Everyone that I thought was going to protect me was now in a circle, encircling us and basically just watching it all go down, because I guess everyone loves watching fights. I hate watching fights. I always have hated it. I do not know what that is, what that thing is where people like watching people fight. Even if it's 2 people that I don't know whatsoever, I hate watching fights. It gives me the worst feeling in the pit of my stomach. Anyway, so they've encircled us now and are basically like, go, 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 like cheering us on, like they're putting their money down on who's gonna win. Not me. Anyway, so she's in my face and everything, and I'm trying so hard, like I'm just kind of trying to back up, but like give a little shoulder into it at the same time. And all I can remember, like, she didn't punch me or hit me or anything like that, so it wasn't an actual fight. But what she did do was, a couple days earlier, I believe it was my birthday, a couple days earlier, and my dad had got me this bracelet that it was like real sterling silver, so I was so like excited about it. And he had got me this bracelet that had all these gemstones on it, and I don't remember if it was like the birthstones of my family or what, but I just remember it had like almost rainbow like birthstones on it of every color, or rainbow stones of every color, and it was so pretty. And this was the first day I had worn it to school, and the only thing I can remember about this fight is that the main thing she did was rip it off of my wrist and throw it over the fence of the house that we were right next to, like threw it deep, like into the yard. And as soon as she threw it there, like the first thing I realized was a dog came running around the corner that was in the yard, so there's no way I could have like jumped the fence and went and got it. It was completely out of my reach, so it was gone. And I guess I could have like gone back another day and asked the people if I could go in their yard and get my bracelet or whatever, but I just let it go and let it be, and I never saw it again. So that was like the saddest part, was that she threw this like bracelet that my dad got me, and I was so happy about it, and threw it, and it was gone forever. But that was basically all she did. And once she did that, that's when my neighbor like stepped in and like pushed us apart and was like, all right, come on, this is enough, go home. Like told the girl to go home. And like my neighbor and the guy that lived across the street from me and another guy that lived a couple blocks down, they were all, like I said, a year older. They all kind of like took me home and made sure that I got home okay. But like I said, they did wait to the last minute, so that was not very cool. But anyway, I don't have any beef with any of these people. Like, it's fine. They're all good people and everything. It's just, I just don't understand that mentality of like waiting to see, like, let's see if Chelsea gets her, butt beat and then we'll help her. But I lost a bracelet that day. So that's the end of that story. That was the only fight that I've ever been in, and it wasn't even a fight. I didn't even get punched. I didn't even get to throw a punch. And I just basically went home, went in my room, and cried about the entire thing for the entire night. And I like really never talked to that girl again. And it was all because of that stupid purple dress. And I wore it again, clearly, because I wore it to camp. So it didn't traumatize me that bad. But if I would have never worn that purple dress, that would have never happened. So anyway, that was kind of anticlimactic, but that was the time I got in a fight. So as you can see, I'm super gangster. Stay away from me, or you might get told that I don't want to fight. Not today.